I was like, maybe I should go online and see what a lesson, a tabla lesson would look like. And the first thing that the guy like taught us to do on the lesson on YouTube, he was like, all right, so this one you got to count by 11. And at that point I was like, I'm done. I'm not counting by 11. Yeah, like it wasn't just a vibe instrument like this. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't need to play it like Indian classical music, but yeah. But, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Right. They actually. Yeah. It is wild. I saw a Indian classical. There's a tabla player. His name is Zakir Hussain. He just passed away a couple months ago. I saw him at the McCarter Theater. I forget when. It was after COVID. For the last couple of years. It was really cool. They do have some good stuff. Yeah. You're an eye doctor.
I realized it's like midway through a gig,
Cool. Yeah, I'll go. That sounds awesome.
All right. Shalom, everyone. We're going to get started. We have folks helping hand out the handouts, also known as a daf, so that you can follow along with your prayer book. In fact, could we get a couple extra of the dapim up to the bima for our band, too? That would be great. Excellente. I don't know where. And we're going to start on page 12 in our Siddur, page 12 in our prayer book. Look at it. There we go. Oh, there they are. Wonderful. Page 12. In your prayer books, not the daf. Not yet. Not yet. We'll talk about this handout and back in the prayer books. A lot of paper tonight. All for a good cause. Perfect. Thank you. Lechu neranana. Come, let us sing. Nothing better on a Rosh Shabbat, as we will always encourage you to sing along with us the entire time. Lechu neranana. L'Adonai
Nikadma fanav bitodav bizmiros narialo sing with us. Well, Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, Cantor, and Shabbat Shalom, B'chaim.
There we go.
All right. So, for folks who maybe are new to our sanctuary, I'll just let you know there are laminated placards sprinkled throughout the pews that have both accessibility and security information on them, and you are welcome to peruse at your leisure. We are live streaming tonight, so waving at all of our friends tuning in from near and far. And we have the Rock Shabbat Band. One note of etiquette, we'll say. When the band is playing, we love it when you sing, clap, dance. Have at it. When the band stops playing, we go back to our seats and we listen really well and wait for the next song. Sound good? All right, now let's really get started. My colleague, Rabbi Evan Schultz, shared the following reflection today. The space between Jewish pain and Jewish joy is Jewish presence. And that is where I find myself as Shabbat unites with my weary Jewish soul. Every year at this time, the Jewish people find themselves between Jewish pain and Jewish joy with the back-to-back holidays of Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut. The full name of this first solemn day is actually Memorial Day for the fallen soldiers of the wars of Israel and the victims of acts of terrorism. Since Israel is such a small country, nearly every citizen knows someone whose life was cut short for defending the nation or simply living in a war and terror-torn place. On the morning of Yom HaZikaron, there is a 2-minute siren sounded at 11 o'clock, and the entire country stops what they are doing for this communal moment of remembrance. Cars halt in the middle of highways. Pedestrians pause wherever their foot falls, and every conversation is cut off until the end of that siren. Then, as the sun goes down, the mood shifts, and a national party is thrown to celebrate the establishment of the state. 77 years ago, much changed for Jews around the globe when the nation of Israel was born and recognized by the majority of the world's nations. However, this Yom HaAtzmaut, this Israeli Independence Day, was not as full of joy as it has historically been. Now, the second of Israel's birthdays with hostages remaining in Gaza, the hearts of many Israelis continue to feel broken. Fireworks are no longer feasible due to the PTSD they invoke for so many who lived through October 7th and the barrage of rockets out of Gaza for too many years now. And you may have heard about the fires that have ravaged the center of Israel this week, believed to have been set by those wishing to harm Israel. We are carrying so much Jewish pain into this Shabbat, which is supposed to be a dedicated time for Jewish joy. Then let us be present. Here we are, gathering as a sacred community to show our Jewish pride and to support the people of Israel. May the Rock Shabbat Band lift our dampened spirits with their music, including tunes by Israeli composers. And may we make a point to celebrate the meaningful milestones among us. Just yesterday, our congregant Lindsay Berg married Haley Thayer. And we are very excited to welcome in Shabbat with the newlyweds and their families, including Lindsay's father, Dan, plays piano with the band. And tomorrow morning, our newest Jewish adult, Declan Glasman, will be called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. So our very presence here tonight is in itself a powerful act, a show of faith that a positive Jewish future is possible, and a demonstration of our right to live openly, joyfully, and freely as Jews wherever we live. So Declan and family, please come on up to the bima to help us usher in this much-needed Shabbat. Our service continues on page 6 in our Siddur.
May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express hopes and nurture. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May the synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Ashlyn. We continue on page 2 with the blessing, if the two of you will light the candles. Not yet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kadishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And if you'll help me wish Declan and his family a hearty mazel tov. All right. We'll see you after the service. I hope you enjoy until then. We're now going to continue on page 1 of your daf, that handout, with our next piece.
Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
We continue on page 20.
Yalla la 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 lechad uri, yalla la 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 likrat kala, yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabala, yalla la 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 lechad uri, yalla la 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 likrat kala, yalla la 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 pnei Shabbat, pnei Shabbat. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmiyara echad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litila Shabbat lecho v'nelchad ki mekor averacha merosh mikerem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila.
Body or spirit and face the door.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'sohola toch emunei am segula boi chala
Shabbat
la 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 Pnei Shabbat Nikabela.
Having formally welcomed Shabbat, we turn to welcome one another. Greet your so many neighbors. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We remain standing for the Chatzi Kaddish. We are on page 26. Yitkadav yitkadash shemei rabba ve'amad yifrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'yomechon u'v'chayedecho beit Yisrael Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, vimiru, amen. Yeheshmei rabba mevarach, le'alamu amehamaya. Yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitharar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shmei dekudasha, barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amira be'alama, v'yimiru, amen. On the first page of our handout, our daf. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Orayom balayla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, vechoshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Page 32.
You may be seated, page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshortam leot ayadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam amezuzot beitecha uvisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet. In just a few moments, we'll sing together the words of Vishamru, which command us or instruct us to remember and keep Shabbat. But Shabbat is more complicated than that. We can't be commanded to keep it. We keep it with our own intention. So I'll share an intention by Tricia Arlen. It grows dark. I light 2 candles and drink a sip of wine. And the world changes for one day if I let it. There will be music and friendship and food if I allow it. There will be Torah and wisdom and godness if I permit it. There will be quiet and napping and deep rest if I open up to it. There will be study and expansion and new ideas if I consent to it. There will be prayer and blessings and meditation if I give into it. There will be hope and renewal and clarity if I walk toward it, if I let it, if I allow it, if I permit it, if I am open to it, if I consent to it, if I walk toward it. The world changes for one day. Shabbat happens if we let it. We turn now to page 40 for the words of Micha Mocha. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you? Adonai, who turn to page 1 of our daf on the bottom for Hashki Benu. Hashki Benu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Page 44. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam. Beini uvein B'nei Yisrael Oti le'olam. Beini uvein B'nei Yisrael Oti le'olam. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam. K'sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. K'sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafesh, Shabbat vayinafesh, Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafesh, Shabbat vayinafesh. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam. We now turn to just as fun, even if not as vibrant with so many instruments, our Amidah. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. We are on page 46. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. We turn now to gratitude and celebration. It is officially May, and that means it is time to celebrate those who have an anniversary in the month of May. It's springtime now, so we have more anniversaries to celebrate. If you are celebrating an anniversary, or perhaps if you will soon be celebrating an anniversary, maybe next year in May, I invite you to rise as we honor you.
Don't be shy.
All right, there we go.
For all these things, we are grateful.
We will join in song. May we wish you can sit down, but I'll still offer you this wish that this year launch another new beautiful year of your marriage and relationship, and you continue to enjoy health and love and continue to learn new things about one another. And now it is our time to celebrate May birthdays. If you have a May birthday, someone celebrating a bar mitzvah, and anyone else with a May birthday, we invite you to rise so we can celebrate you. Yay, May birthdays!
Oh, I'm supposed to be up there. I'm not up there. Oops.
And we are grateful that you chose to celebrate your birthday month here at Beth Chaim this evening. We are wishing you happy birthday, and we sing our gratitude. Here comes. wish you happy birthday and much health in this coming year and goodness and many more things to celebrate in this trip around the sun. Happy birthday, Yom Huledet Sameach. And now we take an opportunity to express other things we are grateful for. If there is something special that you'd like to say thank you for and share with this community, I invite you to raise your hand and we get to share some of our gratitude. Yes, Lori, to start us off. Amazing. Brianna is going to be a song leader this summer. Hooray. More Jewish music. Yes. You re-enlisted this week. Yasher Koach. Thank you for celebrating that with us and sharing. Yes. Whoa, those are both very cool things. A granddaughter heading to Florence, Italy, and an internship. Wonderful. Yes. Hooray! Woohoo!
Heck yeah.
Harrison. All right, math and guitar doing amazing up here. Yes. Amazing. So that's a wonderful accomplishment, graduating and with honors. Yes, Barbara. Wow, 2 grandchildren spending parts of their summer in Israel. Amazing. So many wonderful things to be grateful for. For all these things and so many more, we are grateful. Those celebrations and gratitudes into our Shabbat and into our week. We turn now, as our thoughts turn to peace and to hope. This Shabbat we are celebrating Israel, Shabbat celebrating and honoring. And I wanted to share a prayer for peace from the Israeli Reform Siddur, from our Reform colleagues in Israel who don't always have an easy time of it. And so we honor them here this evening, this prayer for peace from their Siddur. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, to put an end to war and bloodshed on earth, and to spread a great and wonderful shalom over the whole world, so that nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. May all the inhabitants of this planet come to recognize and know the ultimate truth. We did not come to this world for hatred, envy, mockery, or bloodshed. We came to this world only to do what is good and right before you. Therefore have mercy upon us and fulfill for us what it is written. I will grant shalom in the land, and you shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. I will drive the wild beasts from your land, and neither shall the sword pass through your country. And justice will well up like water, righteousness like a mighty stream. For the land will be filled with knowledge of the eternal, just as waters cover the sea. We now turn to our daf to offer together or hand out a prayer for our country. We're on the top of page 2. I invite you to join me in the English. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation, our community, and all those who reside within it merit your protection and love. May our homes, our places of worship, our schools, our places of work, be safe havens for growth of our minds, bodies, and souls. God of the scared, vulnerable, and compassionate, Holy One of the hopefuls, the pessimists, the optimists, merciful One of us all, infuse us with the strength to be righteous, tzedek, justice-seeking members of our community and nation. Bless our community and nation with safety and peace. Peace is our theme. We cannot have enough peace. And we turn to page 62 for Oseh Shalom.
Written by the group Nava Tehillah, in Israel. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya asay shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya asay shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ve'imru. Amen.
Holding these words for peace, we now take a few moments for our own quiet prayers. You can peruse the words in your book or offer the prayers in your heart.
We are still in that period on the Jewish calendar called the Omer. Those 7 weeks of counting one day after the next until we reach our next major festival of Shavuot, having left the previous festival of Pesach behind us. And historically, it has been a challenging time for the Jewish people. We're not entirely sure how this ritual all came to be. There was absolutely this time of growth outside as we planted the wheat, the barley, and we're hoping that it would come to fruition. And there are periods in our history where this was a dark time. And so these 7 weeks are often considered weeks of mourning, maybe weeks to refrain from certain celebratory activities. But it was on purpose that Yom HaShoah, the Holocaust Remembrance Day, Yom HaZikaron, Israeli Memorial Day, and Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day, were placed in this 7-week period. a period of high emotion, a period of uncertainty, but also a period of hope. And so we count together on our daf, page 2, as we welcome in a new day with Shabbat, this new day of the Omer.
And the bolded text on here, whether you're with us in the rest of the Hebrew, comes this melody, this refrain, Sefirat HaOmer, which tells us of this count. Sounds a little bit like this.
Today is 20 days, which is 2 weeks and 6 days of the Omer. We flip that daf over for top of page 3 as we prepare for our prayer for healing. On our screen appear the names of members of our community or loved ones of members of our community, people in need of healing, healing of body, healing of mind, healing of heart, and healing of soul. If you would like to add any names to this list, I invite you to do so now. For all those and many more we hold in our hearts, we sing together, echoing the words of Moses to his sister Miriam. This week's Torah portion is a double helping of the book of Leviticus called Tazria Mitzorah. The text is rarely anyone's favorite, as it deals with various bodily functions that aren't typically addressed in polite conversation in the modern world. However, I want to draw your attention to one section of this week's parashah that doesn't discuss human bodies. Instead, it focuses on plagues that could erupt on a house. While it isn't exactly clear which affliction the Torah is talking about, one possibility is a house that has been contaminated with mold. For the Torah tells us of a house with discolored walls, maybe green or reddish streaks that appear to go deep into the structure. After the priest clears the house of inhabitants, he is to observe it for a few days to see if the infection will spread. If that is indeed the case, then the house must be torn down, with all of its components removed from the camp and disposed of far away from other homes. What an apt metaphor for this week, in which we observe the holidays of Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut. Something in our Jewish home doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. The walls designed to hold up the Jewish state have been compromised. From the outside, there is the ongoing threat from Hamas in Gaza, and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen, and their backer Iran. There is continuous anti-Semitism on college campuses and among the United Nations, and even at a peaceful protest in Princeton this week, intended to address the American government. But there is also something nefarious brewing from within. On Yom HaZikaron, Jewish extremists attacked their fellow Israelis who held a long-standing memorial service in honor of Jews and Palestinians who have perished over 77 years of an intractable conflict. Today, Israeli citizens wonder whether their right-wing extremist government is lying to them, as maybe this week's fires were set by a Jew, not an Arab. Israelis have been protesting their leaders, whom the majority feel no longer represent them, since before October 7th. What will happen to Israel, a place and a people we care deeply about, if the trust between the people and their government, or even among the people who live there, is shattered completely? How deep does the infection go? Can the metaphorical priest stop the contagion, or will the house cease to be fit for human habitation? I, for one, believe in the 77-year-old experiment of a democratic and Jewish state in the historical land of Israel. I have faith in the ideals set out by Israel's founders, as shared by David Ben-Gurion 77 years ago this week. In that declaration of the establishment of the State of Israel, he said that the State of Israel will foster the development of the country for the benefit of all its inhabitants. It will be based on freedom, justice, and peace as envisioned as envisaged by the prophets of Israel. It will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, or sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture, and it will safeguard the holy places of all religions. It is because of these ideals and my care for the land of Israel that I visited last summer, and I plan to do so again this summer. That is why the Board of Rabbis of Princeton Mercer Bucks is offering a communal trip to Israel this November, to which everyone here is invited. And that is why I voted in the World Zionist Congress elections. As a Jew, my voice not only matters, but can impact the character and policies of the state of Israel. Since I cannot vote for Israel's parliamentary leaders, instead, I can vote for representatives in the World Zionist Congress who share my values, our values. On the very day that the elections opened, I selected platform number 3, vote reform, so that the billion-dollar budget, I love your enthusiasm, Faith. The billion-dollar budget of the World Zionist Congress could be spent on supporting non-Orthodox rabbis and synagogues in Israel. Efforts to advance equality and pluralism for all Israel's residents, including members of the LGBTQ+ community. And work toward a two-state solution that maintains Israel's security while paving the way for peaceful coexistence with her non-Jewish neighbors. My vote cost me nothing more than $5 and not even 5 minutes of my time. Now I need you to vote. Better yet, Israel needs you to vote. Computers will be available during ONEG to help you do so, or you can vote from your smartphone. Don't pretend you don't have one. Your vote can help stem the plague that currently threatens our Jewish home from without and from within. We cannot leave all the healing work to one leader whose power is limited or who might not use their power for the good of his people. We are the Jewish people, and we can make meaningful change when we work together. This is my prayer for us this Shabbat in honor of Israel, that we find a way to find commonality across difference, that we give no credence to violence or extremism, and that we use our collective power to make our broken world a better place for all. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May this be God's will. And a reminder of our partnership with God in making this broken world a better place. We turn to our daf, page 3, as I invite you to rise in body or spirit. And if you have not yet become B mitzvah, please help me open the ark. And that does include you for just a few more hours, Declan. Page 3 of your daf. Invite you to rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
I offer up this poem, Remember My Heart by Alvin Solovey, a liturgist who lives in Israel and is currently studying to be a Reform rabbi. When you see a flower bloom between the cracks in stone, remember me. Remember my heart and my hands, the hands of sons and daughters, of dreamers and doers, soldiers by necessity, civilians targeted for terror, old hands, young hands, children's hands, hands that yearned for life. When you see a flower bloom between the cracks in stone, remember that we have shed both tears and blood in our yearning for this land and this people. Remember what cannot be stolen, our love, our hope, our history, our home. Oh, to still be with you in this sacred land, in this beauty and wonder, in this place of my soul. When you see a flower bloom between the cracks in stone, remember me. Remember that beauty survives, that our love is strong, that our sacrifices are holy, that our cause is just, that our people will endure. Blessed are you, my people, who remember those of us who've given our lives to build, defend, and live in this land. May the Holy One shelter your heart in the wings of comfort and bring peace at last. Peace at last. As we prepare for Mourner's Kaddish on page 294, I'll recite the names of those whose memory we honor this Shabbat. And if I call your loved one's name, I invite you to rise in place. One who was taken from us this week but has not yet been laid to rest, Stephen Becker, son of Ruth Becker. One whose family is in the period of Shiva, those first 7 days of mourning, Rudy Valentine, father of Dan Valentine. And several whose loved ones are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning. Wendy Sharon Elkis, niece of Josh Elkis. Arnold Sloan, father of Laura Tiemann. Harold Warenker, father of Amy Silverstein. And Paul Manning, brother of Stacy Jensen. And we continue to remember in the first year of mourning, Burton Becker, former father-in-law of Cindy Becker. And remember the following yard sites, the anniversary of the passing of these loved ones that fell this week. Aaron Basin, Genia Burke, Irving Joseph Berman, Thomas Boylan, Judith Breiterman, Betty Brossoff, Ethel Cohn, Ann Diner, Harry Druckman, Marlena Elkin, Pauline Gordon, Sam Gordon, Henry Gottlieb, Jacob Gruber, Melvin Hammond, Seymour Harmon, Eva Heller, Bernard Horn, Beatrice Horowitz, Lois Case, Morris Kaminsky, Leon Larish, Charles Orenstein, Leah Osner, Howie Rosenblatt, Helen Rudich, Yetta Rutman, Sylvia Sofro, Arthur Joel Taxler, Rose Weber, and Tilly Weissenberg. For all those and many more we hold in our hearts and all those whom the Jewish people remember this week, we rise as one community and recite together the hallowed words on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirtei v'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mivarach le'alam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Da Amiran Bialma Vimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chaim Alinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Vimru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimromav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Alinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Vimru, Amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memory of all our loved ones be a blessing.
Amen.
You may be seated as we now have a few announcements. I'm calling up Larry Jasper, Livia Ruiz, and Jen Shapiro and Dana Boyle. Come on up, everybody. Everyone else can buckle up. We're going to start with Livia. Come on over. Here you go.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Just talk.
Oh, okay. My name is Livia Levis Ruiz, and I'm here because my Girl Scouts will be running the Girl Scout Garden this summer again. Every year, we grow organic vegetables for JFCS, Arm in Arm, and Rise. Dutchnick Church gives us the space in their garden, and the purpose of that garden is to be a community garden. So they would like to invite all of you to come help us with the project. I think last year it went from May through November. Peggy Riggins' okra grew 7 feet high and did not stop till the middle of November. You can help in other ways if you want to come help us harvest, if you want to help us water. If you want to do donations, we don't take financial donations, but we'll take plants, we'll take organic fertilizer. If you have way more zucchini at your own garden than you know what to do with, we can tell you where to take it. JFCS pantry is open during the workday, and then on weekends, Rise and Arm can take vegetable donations as well. If you are interested in helping us this summer, things don't really get started for everybody until probably July. You can come see me afterwards, or Anne is going to be putting some information in the bulletin. Thank you.
It's been wonderful to be together this evening for our Rock Shabbat with our service with our wonderful band. Thank you very much. Let's give it up. Who gave us uplifting music, and Mazel Tov to the Kurer, Berg, and Glasman families. We hope that this opportunity to spiritually connect, learn, sing, and celebrate with your Beth Chaim community was meaningful to you. I'm Larry Jasper, here tonight representing our temple board. After our closing benediction, please allow the clergy and Declan to follow the clergy and Declan to the rear of the sanctuary for Kiddush and Motzi, followed by an ice cream oneg, discussions in the social hall, and thank you to all of our oneg sponsors this evening. Their names are on the screen. Join us for Torah study and bagels tomorrow morning at 8:45. At 10:30, Declan Glasman will lead our Saturday morning Shabbat service. Mazel Tov to Declan and his family. Then at 5 p.m., our youth group, Bikti, will be meeting off-site for an evening of bowling and ice cream, which is good because we don't have a bowling alley here. It would be a little awkward. On Sunday, religious school with bagels and blocks begins at 9 a.m. with Kahal back here in the sanctuary. At 9:30, Men's Club will convene for their monthly meeting with breakfast. At 10:45, the Religious Practices Committee will meet to discuss prayer and ritual at our congregation. But wait, there's more. At 2 p.m., visit Dutch Neck Presbyterian Church for a coffee house highlighting the talents of our local interfaith community, including our very own Cantor Goldstein. All are welcome to attend all of these events. And for one more mitzvah you can do, we have a word from Dana Boyle and Jen Shapiro, our Studio 54 chairs.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Jennifer Shapiro, and this is Dana Boyle. And we are the co-chairs of this year's big temple fundraiser, our Studio 54 Casino Night. Woo! This event will be held next Saturday night, May 10th. We will be celebrating Rabbi Blum's 10th year at Beth Chaim, as well as our 54th anniversary as a congregation, hence the Studio 54 Casino Nights. We are going to have popular casino games, and you can anticipate a 70s style night out with disco to dance to. You can try your luck at blackjack, craps, poker, and roulette, And the casino chips you win get exchanged for raffle tickets, which we pull at the end of the night.
We have fabulous prizes again this year, such as Yankees tickets, wine experiences, fitness packages, and even a vacation in a condo in Florida. So in the back, we have signs up in the social hall with many of the available prizes, so please peruse during ONEG. In addition to games and dancing, we will also have a gourmet Mexican buffet and open bar featuring wine, beer, and 2 signature mocktails and cocktails. If you have not bought your tickets, please do so as soon as possible. Pre-event add-on chip specials will be announced this week, so be on the lookout.
And we look forward to seeing you there as we celebrate Rabbi Blum and Beth Hayim. And if you have any questions, you can come find me or Dana at the ONEG. And please, we hope to see you guys all there. Thank you.
And one more piece of business before we sing a little more. Do you want to meet the band? All right. Tickling those ivories, Dan Berg. All right, electric bass, we have Gabe Smullers. The man who doubles as an electric bassist and percussionist, Eric Burgell. And our fabulous guitarists, Vivi Khan, Harrison Shapiro, and yes, he's related to Jen, Mark Wilson, Charlie White, and if you were wondering who was playing those guitar solos, Barry Wasserman, our fearless leader on baritone guitar, Cantor Jordan Goldstein, joined by Rabbi Rebecca Kaufman and myself. Yes, it has already been more than 10 years. Who knew? We're going to finish out with an Israeli classic on page 4 of your daf, a poignant poem about the many shades of life, especially life when things are hard.
All these things, we hold all these things together. Al hadvash ve'al ha'oket, al hamar ve'hamatok, al biteinu ha'tinoket shmor Eli ha'tov, al ha'esh ha'mevo'eret, al ha'mayim hazakim, al ha'ish ha'shav ha'baita v'hamer chazim. Al kol eileh, al kol eileh, shmor li Eli atov, al hadvash
rise one last time as we have this opportunity to bless one another on this Shabbat. May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon you. May God always be gracious with you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God turn toward you, and may you know the great blessing of shalom, of peace.
Shabbat shalom.